What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and the question we need to ask ourselves is, were witches really nerfed? And the reason I ask this question, guys, is because witch attacks are still so dominant in the meta at multiple town hall levels. We're going to explore a few of those today as I'm hanging out right now in One Hive Invicta. This is actually not long after I finished my live stream, which ended, well, not so long ago. So some of these attacks you may have seen on the stream, but as I was streaming, I realized there was so much content to share with you guys on a different level, breaking it down even more in video form. Also, I want you guys to know my boy right here running himself around. That's my level 59 king. That is my king that is about to be level 60. I think I'm going to be using a hammer on him because I've never used a hammer of heroes. I may as well try it out, and I'm going to have a video on that experience coming up for you guys very soon, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss my king going up to max, joining my max queen and my max warden. There's a shot of everyone right there. They are going to be a beautiful trio of max. But today is not about that. It's about these witches. So let me know what you guys think. Are witches now, are they OP? Did the nerf even affect them in any way? Or are they still so dominant? That's the question we're kind of thinking in the back of our heads as we look at the attacks I have to share with you guys today. And I have 4 of them, actually 3 witches, and then a special surprise attack at the end that I wanted to share with you guys, like I'll often do in a video. So the first one is on the #1 base, where we have uniqueness going in on an attack against Marshall's Kiss. Again, this is a current war going on in One Hive Invicta, and we're going to look at the composition really quickly. It's a giant bow witch attack strategy, probably one of the most used and the most dominant right now at a multiple level of town halls, if that makes sense. Multiple town hall levels really can succeed using this strategy. I would say that Laloon is a better strategy if you practice. This strategy takes less practice than doing an attack like Laloon or Lavaloon. So right here, let's see exactly what goes down. We have the giants being spread across the southeastern side of the base, with the witches all behind. The wrecker comes right in the center, gonna pound open those walls, allow for these witches, bowlers, and heroes to go into the base. Notice there are a couple of bowlers and witches on the outsides of the base that are gonna keep everything funneled and kind of roll the rocks, shoot over the walls, and spam the base with skeletons. Looks like there's a dragon and a baby dragon coming out of the clan castle right here. Let's see how quickly the queen makes light work of this. Grand Warden's ability was not yet been used. There we go. Now it's being used. The wrecker actually makes it. And look at this wrecker swirling around in that tornado trap and going in from a different direction into that town hall, but not after opening up that wall. So the wall is open. It's all down. I mean, the base is completely opened up, guys. King's ability has just been used over here and heading towards the northern side of the base. The queen is still pushing through. The witches, they are just dominating this base. I mean, we're looking at, to me, this looks like a maxed, besides some wall pieces, a maxed Town Hall 12 base. This is not a pushover base. This was not an easy base. Notice the queen's ability being used right there to keep her up as she's targeted by that single target Inferno Tower. And we have skeletons, we have a king, we have a bowler, we have the Grand Warden, all marching around the base, and they're gonna finish this one up. As the queen pounds on that wall, we have this devastating looking army coming around the top of the base. Bowlers and the witches and the Grand Warden are going to be able to go over that wall and take things out. The king is tanking for all those skeletons and all the troops behind as they come into this final section of the base that's there with a small Tesla farm. If you don't know what a Tesla farm is, guys, it's a bundle of Tesla put together into one section. Giant bomb that's going to get rid of a bunch of skeletons, but not all of them. The witches still dominating. Now, this is a good example here, guys. The heart of the attack died about a minute ago, yet this walk is still going on, being led by skeletons and witches. It was a beautiful attack, a great example of the giant bow witch attack strategy done by uniqueness out of One Hive Invicta. So I wanted to give you guys an example of a maxed attack versus a maxed base, and that was it right there. Now let's take a look at some, I don't remember if this is Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 11. It looks like a Town Hall 10 right here. We have Bigums, and we're going to pause it yet again. Now we're looking at a Frozen Witch attack. So this attack really features the witches because there's not much tanking going on beside the heroes and the wrecker. So we do have some healers in this attack strategy. This is a beautiful one for Town Hall 10. So we saw Town Hall 12, now we're looking at a Town Hall 10, but don't be fooled, guys. These strategies, actually, especially the Giant Bow Witch, also can dominate at Town Hall 11 as well. We got the wrecker coming in. We have the witches up from the north and from the sides as well. We have them from 3 o'clock and from 9 o'clock coming into the base. The wrecker is doing a nice job pushing through. Now, I did mention that these strategies are working well at Town Halls 10, 11, and 12. I made a completely separate video that's going to come out in a day or two featuring all Town Hall 9 witch attacks. And the reason that I made that video is, in this war, every single Town Hall 9 base that was taken down with witches. So that deserves its own video, separate from the 10s and the 12 that we saw today. So that's exactly what my plan is. So make sure you stay tuned, sub the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on that, guys. Alright, so we have these witches still doing a nice job. The healers keep the witches up. The skeletons are going to tank for the witches, and the queen is going to take down that inferno tower. There it goes. Now they're pushing the core of this base, which is completely opened up. All of those compartments are open. The witches are going to make their way through with those skeletons. Queen's in behind. Only 4 defenses remain. The queen should be taking them out all by herself right now. And there's that last cannon right there. Beautiful attack. Bigum's pulling in a triple as we double times through it. Look at these witches. Look at the number of skeletons that are going to come onto this right here. We're going to half times it right here. We can watch these skeletons completely chew down on this town hall. Check this out right here, guys. Those skeletons, I like that. I like that half motion right there. It looks pretty darn cool. There it is, right there. Bigum's with the Frozen Witch. But wait, there's more. On base number 13, we have Bigum's again coming in with another attack. And again, guys, Town Hall 10, Frozen Witch. Bigum's pulling in a 6-pack with this strategy, a non-tanking strategy. The only tanks really, like I said, are the heroes, are the wall wrecker, and are the skeletons themselves. So in this attack, he's coming in from the west and from the south. That's his point of entry. That's where the, actually not his point of entry, that's where the funnels are beginning. And he's going to have the wall wrecker come in from the southwestern side of the base. You know, as I just used that term, that's his point of entry, it made me think of my boy, Cleric Dragoon. So that's something that I recall him saying in the past when he made Clash of Clans content. And I would be lying if I said to you guys that I did not miss Cleric Dragoon on the strategy side of things on YouTube. He's right now doing PUBG Mobile and doing great things over there. He's an amazing player, putting together amazing content, but I miss him in Clash of Clans. I miss working with him in Clash of Clans, and I miss his videos. If you remember Cleric Dragoon, if you miss Cleric Dragoon, put a comment down below just so that, you know, maybe we can get a couple of them together and tell them to come through and show that the Clash community still has love for him. But now that I was off tangent right there, there's 4 freeze spells left in the composition. We have the bowlers, the queen, and these witches in the core of the base. Doing a nice, actually, are there any witches? There maybe are not any witches in the core. They're probably all on the outside of the base. Like, check this out here, guys. No tanks, no healers, just skeletons completely overwhelming the defenses. The same thing's happening over here. You have the skeletons overwhelm the defenses. Now, with the witches, you need to watch out for one type of defense. What type of defense is that? You guys should know the answer to this. The answer is splash damage defenses. You need to watch out for wizard towers, especially bomb towers and mortars, because they will easily take down your skeletons, which are the things that are tanking for your witches. So keep the witches alive, freeze those things when you need to, along with the inferno towers as your kill squad, or the heavier troops, heroes, the wrecker, things like that go into the core. And these are just a handful of witch strategies that you guys can use. Look at that. The dual freeze over Marshall's legend right there. And again, the skeletons gonna finish up the attack. There's probably another building somewhere. We don't know where it is. We'll find it though. Yep, it's another one right over here. We could double times through. The last hut's going down, and witches again prove that, what nerf? There was a nerf to witches? Looks like they're still dominating right now. And before I get into the next attack, I wanted you guys to see something. In my lab right now, my witches are, they're going to max right now, guys, which is pretty darn sweet. In about 13 days, I am going to have max level witches, which is, get that, no pun, which is exciting. Base number 20, we have something completely different. And I'm putting this one in here because I thought it was a great attack. And in the comments, someone has asked recently to see a Falcon Attack. They said we haven't seen Falcon in a while, so I figured I'd throw this one in here. We have a Falcon Attack at Town Hall 10 going in from with King 3PL. You have that Queen Walk starting out your Falcon Attack the way you always will. And what makes this a Falcon Attack and not a Cherry Bomb is you have back-end hogs. Back-end troops are what make a Falcon the Falcon. If there were no back-end troops, if it was just Valkyries and bowlers, it would be a Cherry Bomb attack, which sometimes I prefer. It all depends on the base that you're attacking. But it is always nice to have something in the back end of the attack, whether it be balloons or whether it be hogs. You get that Troll Tesla, but the Wizard came in there, took that out nice and easy. Queen Walk is still going, and notice this version of the attack. You have the Queen funneling, the King funneling, the Valkyries are going to go right into the core without the support of the Queen. A lot of times and a lot of success is seen when the Queen Walk meets up with the Valkyries and those Valkyries are healed through the attack, but that's not the approach right here that King has. He's going in, tanking with that Wrecker. The Valkyries are going to help things out right here. Let's get a Rage spell going on those Valks. Nice job with the heal. It's going to keep them going. There's the Rage and opening up that wall. Wrecker. The base is going to go down. Watch the core of this base. It's probably going to take 15 seconds for everything in the core to be demolished. I mean, Town Hall 10, you have the lava walls, which I personally love the look of them. But, you know, the Valkyries make light work of them. They rip right on through. And I believe in the Clan Castle, we had more Valkyries. We're going to take a look at the end of this attack. It was either Valkyries or bowlers. I don't actually recall. But the Queen Walk, that's going solid. Honestly, if everything else dies in this attack, the Queen Walk, as long as she has the time, will be able to bring in the triple. And as you can see right here, guys, would you look at this? Would you look at this? This is actually going to be very exciting. Nice play of that Archer to take out that pup. Keep those healers alive. And actually, guys, now that I'm watching this again, this attack was extremely exciting. And it was done on the live stream. So check out how this one turns out. Remember, there are 8 hogs and a couple of cleanup troops in the composition, as well as a freeze spell. The archers are being dropped along the outside of the base just to pick away at those defenses, or those structures, I should say. Time is a problem. Here come the hogs. This is a beautiful attack right here by King. Really well thought out, knowing that, well, I'm in a little bit of trouble. I got to get this attack done with really just a Queen Walk and some back-end hogs. He was patient. He waited for that Queen to be targeted by some of the defenses before sending in the Hog Riders. The Hogs are going to finish off that Wizard Tower right there, and we're going to have 100%. Time was close, guys, on this one. It was a beautiful attack and extremely exciting when we were watching it live. Hopefully you guys join my live stream so you can hang out and watch these live attacks as well. But this war is still going on. There's 2 hours and 4 minutes. One Hive Invicta with the heavy lead right now. And it's looking like they should be bringing in the victory. But for today, that's it. Are witches nerfed? Were they nerfed at any point in time? Or are they still so dominant? You guys can let me know what your thoughts are in the below in the comments. For me, yeah, they were nerfed, but they're still so dominant. The nerf did not do much to them at all. Notice I have one builder free. That's going to be either for my king or who knows, for something else. But we are going to be using the hammer in an upcoming video. I hope you guys come around to be part of that. Hammer of Heroes, getting my king to max, is coming up very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, throw that thumbs up. Remember, you could always find me over on Discord. Link is there and in the description below. And my favorite social network is Twitter, @EchoThrough Me. But I'll see all of you guys back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.